The Force is light and full of shadows. Before we dive in, check the link in the description if you want exclusive Timelines members-only videos you won't find on YouTube. All on our Patreon. Fortress Vader rises from the volcanic landscape like a black talon. Obsidian towers. Jagged architecture. Designed by the preserved consciousness of Darth Vader, ancient Sith Lord. His haunted mask possessed an Imperial lieutenant, designed this castle to channel dark-side energies from the locus beneath. The fortress sits directly above a Sith cave, dark-side nexus, raw power flowing through bedrock like underground river of hatred. Lava flows surround the structure. Heat radiates. Toxic fumes rise. Vader refused environmental filters. The atmosphere inside saturated with sulfur, ash, the smell of burning rock, pain, constant. Exactly as he wants it. Deep in the fortress. Private chamber. Far below the surface levels. The bacta tank chamber. Crimson light from lava glow filters through obsidian walls. The tank itself, cylindrical, transparent, filled with reddish bacta fluid. Medical suspension gel, healing properties enhanced by Sith alchemy infused into the fortress architecture. Inside the tank, Darth Vader, naked except for grotesque machinery keeping him alive. Respiratory interface, tubes penetrating his ruined trachea, feeding directly into destroyed lungs. Nutrient lines, hooked into ports surgically embedded in his torso, keeping his ravaged body nourished, neural connectors, cables linking his brain to the suit's systems. Even here in the tank, partially connected. His body horror-made flesh. Missing limbs end in crude cybernetic sockets. Right arm severed at shoulder, left arm severed at elbow, both legs severed mid-thigh. The stumps are sealed with scar tissue and metal interface ports. Skin. Patchwork nightmare. Burn scars cover 80% of his body. Skin grafts from different sources create mosaic pattern. Some areas pale, others dark. All unnatural. Face barely recognizable as human. Scalp tissue melted. No hair. Eyes sunken. Cheekbones prominent. Lips scarred into permanent grimace. Lungs, visible through semi-transparent medical scan overlay projected beside tank. Destroyed. Scar tissue where alveoli should be. Capacity approximately 30% of normal human. He floats. Suspended. Arms and legs limp. Connected to machinery. This is Darth Vader. Broken. Maintained. Alive only through technology and hatred. Outside the tank, two figures stand guard. Emperor's royal guards. Crimson armor. Force pikes. Helmets concealing faces. Silent. Motionless. Protecting Vader at his most vulnerable. Near the tank's control panel, veiny, human male, thin, pale, eyes too wide, hair wild, madness written in every movement. Former Imperial inspector, assigned to Mustafar, the lava fumes drove him insane, but the madness made him loyal, obsessively devoted to Vader. He monitors the tank's systems, adjusts bacta concentration, checks nutrient flow. Never speaks unless Vader addresses him first. The chamber is silent except for bubbling bacta, hum of machinery. Distant rumble of lava flows beneath fortress. Vader's eyes are closed. He's meditating. Not the serene meditation Jedi practice. This is immersion. Descent. Diving into the dark side nexus directly below. His consciousness sinks through fortress foundations. Through rock. Through lava channels. Down to the Sith cave. The dark side here is ancient, concentrated, predating the Empire, predating the Republic. Old as the Sith themselves. Vader feels it. Raw power, hatred crystallized into force energy, pain, suffering, rage. All the emotions the Jedi feared. All the power they rejected. He pulls it into himself, through the fortress architecture, through the bacta, into his ruined body. The pain intensifies. Every nerve ending screams. The burns feel fresh. The stumps throb. His lungs convulse against the breathing tubes. But Vader doesn't retreat from pain, he embraces it. Pain is fuel. Pain is power. Pain is the crucible where strength is forged. He sinks deeper. The dark side nexus responds, wrapping around his consciousness, whispering, showing him visions. Mustafar, 19 years ago. Obi-Wan standing on the high ground. You were my brother Anakin. I loved you. The moment of miscalculation, the jump, the blade severing limbs, the slide toward lava, the burning, the burning, the burning that never stops. Vader doesn't flinch from the memory, he dwells in it, lets the agony wash over him, converts it to power. Then the vision shifts. He sees himself, but different. Whole, organic limbs restored, lungs healed, skin regenerated, moving without the suit. Fast, fluid, powerful. The vision shows him fighting. Lightsaber work perfected. Form V mastery without mechanical limitations. Speed he hasn't achieved since Mustafar. Is this possible? The dark side doesn't answer directly, but Vader feels a pull, a sensation, something calling to him. Not from his memories, from the physical world. His eyes snap open in the tank. Bubbles rise around his face. The sensation persists. Below, deeper than the cave, something hidden in the fortress foundations. Vader focuses his awareness, reaches out through the Force, searching. There, beneath this very chamber, a sealed space. Hidden. The dark side signature is faint but distinct. Old, powerful. Something is down there. Waiting. Vader's heart rate increases. The medical monitors beside the tank register the spike. Vaney notices. Approaches the tank. My lord. His voice is cracked. Reverent. Are you in pain? Should I adjust the... Vader's hand, the organic hand, the one that ends at the elbow, moves slightly. A gesture. Stop. Vaney freezes. Bows, retreats. Vader makes his decision. He needs to investigate. Physically, not just through Force meditation. He begins the emergence process. The bacta drains slowly, tank level lowering. Vader's body descends until his feet. The stumps, the metal sockets touch the tank floor. The breathing tubes disengage. Nutrient lines retract. Neural cables disconnect with wet clicking sounds. For several seconds, Vader is completely unsupported. His ruined lungs attempt to function independently. They can't. He begins to suffocate. 30 seconds. That's his limit without assistance. He's used to this. The transition from tank to suit is practiced routine. The tank's side panel opens. Vaney is there immediately, holding the portable respirator, Vader's emergency breathing apparatus. Vader leans forward. Vaney places the respirator mask over Vader's nose and mouth. Straps secure it. Mechanical breathing begins. K-H-H-H-A-H-A-H-A. The familiar rhythm. The prison of breath. Vader steps out of the tank. Water and bacta stream from his body. The stumps take his weight. The cybernetic sockets interface with basic mobility support from the tank's egress platform. Vaney brings the suit. The process of donning armor is methodical. Piece by piece. Vader raises his arm stumps. Vaney attaches the cybernetic limbs. Right arm, left arm. Connection ports lock. Neural interfaces sync. Vader flexes the mechanical fingers. Testing. The legs next. Massive cybernetic replacements. Heavy. Powerful. Locking into thigh stumps. Weight settles. Vader stands taller now. The mechanical legs add height. Torso armor. Chest plate. The primary life support system. Control panel on chest. Respirator connection. Everything needed to sustain him. The helmet last. Black. Iconic. Triangular faceplate. Vader lowers his head. Vaney raises the helmet. Positions it. Seals it. The world changes. Vader's vision shifts to the helmet's optical sensors. Red-tinted. Enhanced. But filtered. Artificial. The respirator integrates with the helmet. The breathing becomes louder. More mechanical. K-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H-H. The sound of Darth Vader. The sound the galaxy fears. Vader activates his vocabulator. His voice, when it emerges, is deep. Mechanical. No trace of Anakin Skywalker remains. Leave. Vaney bows immediately. Yes, my lord. He backs toward the exit. The royal guards follow. The chamber empties. Vader is alone. He approaches the tank. Looks at the platform where he stood moments ago. The floor beneath is obsidian. Polished. Black stone quarried from Mustafar itself. Vader extends his hand. Mechanical fingers spread. He reaches into the Force. Feeling. Searching. There, Below, the hidden chamber, perhaps 3 meters down, Vader gathers the force, channels it downward. Kinetic pressure builds. The obsidian floor groans. Cracks appear. Spider web patterns spreading. More pressure, more power. The floor shatters. Chunks of obsidian explode upward. Vader deflects them with casual force gesture. The debris clatters against walls. Where the floor stood, now there's a hole. Darkness below. Stone steps descending, carved from volcanic rock. Ancient, predating the fortress. This was here before Momin built above it. Hidden, sealed, forgotten. Until now, Vader descends. The steps are narrow, steep. His mechanical feet clank against stone. The breathing echoes in the confined space. Down. 10 steps. 20. 30. The air grows colder. Strange for Mustafar, the heat from the lava flows doesn't penetrate here. Something else at work. The dark side creates its own environment. At the bottom, a small chamber. Circular. Walls carved with Sith runes. The language is ancient, older than Bane's Reformation, perhaps dating to the original Sith Empire. Vader reads the runes. His knowledge of Sith languages is extensive. Palpatine ensured his education included ancient texts. The runes speak of pain, transformation, rebirth through suffering, the flesh made weapon, the body rebuilt through will. And in the center of the chamber, on a pedestal of black stone, a Sith holocron. Vader approaches. The holocron is pyramidal, four-sided, dark red crystal, almost black, covered in dust. No, not dust. Ash. From Mustafar's eternal eruptions. How long has this been sealed here? Vader reaches out. His mechanical hand hovers over the holocron. He can feel it through the force. Dormant. Waiting. Holding knowledge. He touches it. The holocron activates. Red light erupts from its core. Holocron rises from the pedestal. Hovering. Rotating slowly. Then the gatekeeper manifests. Holographic figure materializes above the holocron. Humanoid. Male. Wearing ancient Sith armor. Face hidden behind mask. Voice that emerges as distorted. Echoing. I am Lord Momin, architect of darkness. Sculptor of suffering. You who have opened this tomb, prove yourself worthy. Vader knows this name. Momin. The same Sith whose consciousness designed this fortress. But this is older. A recording made before Momin's death. Before his essence was trapped in his mask. I am Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith. This fortress was built following your design. I claim what knowledge you possess. The gatekeeper studies him, silent for several seconds. Then, a cripple. Broken. Maintained by machines. You are no Dark Lord. You are a slave to your own weakness. Vader's mechanical fist clenches. I am more powerful than you can imagine. Power? The gatekeeper laughs, mocking. You cannot even breathe without assistance. You mistake survival for strength. What would you know of strength? You are dead. I live. Do you, or do you merely persist? There is difference between life and existence. Vader's anger rises. The dark side swirls around him. The chamber's temperature drops further. Frost forms on the walls. Impossible on volcanic world. But the Force doesn't care about physics. Tell me why this holocron was hidden here. Speak or I will destroy you. The gatekeeper spreads holographic hands. Destroy me then. Destroy the knowledge I offer. Remain forever in your prison of circuits and plasteel. Die broken as you are now. I care not. Vader restrains himself. Barely. He wants to crush the holocron. Shatter it. But that would be fool's choice. He forces his rage into control. Channels it. Uses it. What knowledge? The gatekeeper nods. Approval. Better. You possess will. Discipline. Perhaps you are worthy after all. The hologram gestures. Runes on the walls begin to glow. Red light. Pulsing. Revealing more text. I created this holocron in my final days. Before the Jedi struck me down. I had discovered secrets. Techniques of flesh regeneration through dark side alchemy. Methods to rebuild the body using pain as catalyst. To transform suffering into cellular reconstruction. Vader listens. Every word. I studied the ancient Sith. Darth Sion, the Lord of Pain. He held his decomposing body together through sheer will and hatred. I expanded upon his technique, added precision, science blended with Sith sorcery, midi-chlorian manipulation, cellular programming through the Force. You healed yourself? I attempted. I succeeded. Partially. I regrew damaged organs, restored limbs lost in battle. But the Jedi came before I could perfect the method. They killed me. My body was destroyed, but I preserved my consciousness and my knowledge. Vader's breathing intensifies. Faster. The respirator struggles to keep pace with his accelerating heartbeat. You're saying I can heal myself, regrow what was taken from me on Mustafar, if you possess sufficient strength, sufficient pain, sufficient hatred. The process requires all three, and time, months, perhaps a year. The flesh does not regenerate instantly. It must be coaxed, forced, tortured into rebirth. Teach me. The gatekeeper studies him again. The Emperor, your master, he knows of this technique? Vader hesitates. Dangerous question. He knows some, not all. Palpatine studied under Darth Plagueis, the Sith who could manipulate midi-chlorians to create life, to prevent death, but Plagueis' research was incomplete. And Palpatine never shared what he learned, because he wants you broken, a powerful weapon, but not powerful enough to threaten him. If you heal yourself, the gatekeeper continues, if you restore your body to its full potential, the Emperor will sense it. He will kill you before you can complete the transformation. Then I hide it from him, work in secret, here, in this fortress. And when the transformation is complete, when you are whole again, what then? Vader's mechanical hand rises, closes into fist. Then I kill him. I take what is mine, the Empire. The dark side, everything. The gatekeeper's hologram flickers, almost like a smile behind the mask, spoken like true Sith. Very well. I will teach you. But know this, the pain will be beyond anything you have experienced, worse than Mustafar, because you will relive that agony, deliberately, repeatedly, for months. Many who attempt this technique break. Their minds shatter before their bodies heal. Are you prepared? Vader doesn't hesitate. I have lived in agony for 9 years. Pain is my constant companion. I am not afraid of suffering. I am made of it. The gatekeeper nods. Then we begin. First lesson. The lungs, your most critical injury. Without functioning lungs, the rest means nothing. You will learn to stimulate cellular growth, to force your body to regenerate destroyed tissue. The method requires submersion in bacta and absolute focus. And pain. So much pain. The holocron's light intensifies. Information begins to flow. Sith techniques, cellular manipulation protocols, force-enhanced healing through dark side channeling, all of it pouring into Vader's mind. He absorbs it, memorizes, understands. This is possible. He can be whole again, not weak like before Mustafar, not conflicted like Anakin, whole in the dark side, perfect predator, the chosen one, fully corrupted. Operating at 100% potential, Palpatine gave him just enough power to be useful, deliberately crippled him to prevent rebellion. But Vader has found the way to break those chains. The session continues for hours. The holocron teaching, Vader learning. When finally the knowledge transfer completes, the gatekeeper's hologram dims. You have the technique. Now you must apply it. Remember, pain is not your enemy. It is your tool, your path to rebirth. Embrace it. Let it consume you. And you will emerge stronger than any Sith before you. The holocron deactivates, returns to the pedestal. Vader stands in the chamber, alone, the runes still glowing faintly. He picks up the holocron. Carefully. This is too valuable to leave here. He will move it to the bacta chamber, use it as guide during the healing process. Vader ascends the stairs, returns to his private chamber. The shattered floor is evidence of his discovery. He will have Vanny seal the chamber. No one else can know about this. He approaches the bacta tank, looks at the crimson fluid, his prison, his salvation. This tank will be his womb. Here he will be reborn. The process will take months. 8 months according to the holocron's estimate. Maybe more. Lungs first, then vocal cords, then skin, then the limbs, all while maintaining the illusion of broken servant to Palpatine, wearing the suit in public, acting subservient, hiding the truth. Until the moment of revelation, Vader places the holocron on a shelf near the tank's control panel. He will install it properly later, mount it where he can see it during the regeneration sessions. For now, he must prepare. He activates his comlink. Vanny answers immediately. My lord? Seal the bacta chamber. No one enters without my explicit permission. Not the royal guards. Not imperial officers. No one. Of course, my lord. Shall I increase security? Yes, and reprogram the fortress sensors. I require privacy for an extended meditation. Inform any inquiries that I am unreachable. How long, my lord? As long as necessary. Vader terminates the connection. He begins removing the suit, piece by piece, methodical, reverse of the donning process. Helmet, chest plate, arms, legs down to the scarred flesh and stumps. The respirator is the last piece. He removes it. His lungs struggle. 30 seconds. That's all he has. He climbs into the tank, submerges. The bacta surrounds him. Breathing tubes connect automatically. Neural interfaces link. Nutrient lines activate. Vader floats, suspended. The dark side nexus pulses below. He closes his eyes, begins the meditation, not just reaching into the dark side anymore. Now he's manipulating it, directing it inward, into his ruined lungs. Following the technique from the holocron. First, visualize the damage. See it clearly. Every destroyed alveolus, every patch of scar tissue, the collapsed airways, the fluid-filled sections. Vader sees it all. The medical scans he's reviewed countless times now have new meaning. He knows the exact location of every injury. Second, channel pain into the damaged tissue. Use suffering as catalyst. The dark side responds to agony. Feed it. Let it grow. Vader focuses on the burning sensation from Mustafar. The lava consuming his lungs. He relives it. Deliberately. The pain is real. His lungs scream. The bacta does nothing to diminish the sensation. This is force-generated agony, internal. Third, use the pain to stimulate cellular growth. Force the damaged cells to divide, to multiply, to regenerate. This is the critical step, the hardest. Requires absolute control while experiencing absolute agony. Vader tries, concentrates, pushes his will into the lung tissue. Nothing happens. He tries again. Harder, more focus, more pain. A flicker, something, microscopic change, single cell dividing. It's working, barely, imperceptibly, but working. Vader holds the focus for 10 minutes. Then the pain becomes too much, even for him. He gasps, loses concentration. The technique collapses. He floats in the bacta, trembling. That was just the first attempt. 10 minutes of work. Achieved almost nothing. The holocron estimated 8 months. Now Vader understands why. This isn't healing. This is torture as methodology. Self-inflicted crucifixion extended across months. But Vader has no choice. No alternative. This is the only path to freedom. He rests for an hour. Then tries again. 10 more minutes. Another microscopic gain. More cells dividing. Infinitesimal progress. Again, and again, and again. Days pass this way. Vader spends 16 hours per day in the tank, meditating, torturing himself, forcing his lungs to regenerate atom by atom. The remaining 8 hours, wearing the suit, maintaining appearances, communicating with Imperial officers via holocom, ensuring no one suspects. Vanny brings reports. Vader reviews them, issues orders, acts exactly as he always has. Heavy breathing, mechanical voice, Dark Lord of the Sith. But underneath the suit, microscopic changes accumulate. Week 1, a single alveolus regenerates completely. 1 out of billions. Progress measured in cells. Week 2, a small patch of scar tissue breaks down. New tissue forming beneath. Vader coughs blood into the bacta. The healing is violent, destructive before it rebuilds. Week 3, a collapsed airway partially opens. Breathing capacity increases by 0.5%. Imperceptible except to Vader's force-enhanced awareness. Week 4. The pain becomes routine. Vader learns to work through it, extends his sessions from 10 minutes to 20, then 30. The holocron's gatekeeper occasionally manifests during sessions, offering guidance. You're progressing adequately, slower than I did, but I was uninjured when I began. Your damage is extensive. Patience. Vader hates being told to be patient, but he continues. Month 2 begins. The lung regeneration accelerates. Vader has learned the technique's rhythm. His control improves. He can now target specific areas, work on multiple sections simultaneously. The pain doesn't diminish, it increases, because he's forcing more tissue to regenerate, more cells dividing, more nerves growing, more agony. But Vader welcomes it. Pain is fuel. The dark side feeds on suffering. His power grows alongside his healing. He can feel it, the force responding to his agony, growing stronger, more concentrated around him. The fortress itself seems to react. The dark side nexus below pulses in sync with his sessions. The lava flows outside glow brighter, as if Mustafar itself recognizes what he's doing. Month 2, Week 3. Vader achieves a breakthrough. During a particularly intense session, he manages to regenerate an entire lobe of his right lung. Not just cells, an entire functional structure. The sensation is overwhelming, like breathing clearly for the first time in 9 years. Through that one small section, he gasps in the bacta, not from pain, from relief, from hope. It's working. The technique works. But he can't stop now. One lobe is not enough. He needs both lungs, fully functional. The work continues. Month 3, Vader expands his focus. While working on the lungs, he begins secondary healing. His vocal cords. Destroyed on Mustafar, scarred beyond recognition. He hasn't spoken without the vocabulator since the incident. The holocron teaches him to multitask, regenerate multiple systems simultaneously. Harder, more painful, but more efficient. Vader follows the same process. Visualize damage, channel pain, force regeneration. His throat burns, feels like swallowing lava all over again, but the vocal cord tissue begins to regrow. Slowly, week by week, microscopic fibers weaving together, delicate structures reforming. Month 3, Week 4. Vader attempts to speak. He's in the tank, submerged. The breathing tubes prevent actual vocalization, but he tries, mouth moving, throat working. Nothing, just bubbles. He tries again, forces the damaged vocal cords to vibrate. A sound, barely audible, rasping, broken. But a sound, from him, not from machine. Progress. He continues, months blurring together, pain and focus and incremental gain. The Emperor contacts him occasionally. Holocron transmissions. Vader responds via voice synthesizer. Acts completely normal. Reports on Imperial business. Discusses rebel activity. Maintains the charade. Palpatine suspects nothing. As far as the Emperor knows, Vader is simply spending extended time on Mustafar, meditating, recovering from recent mission injuries. Nothing unusual. Vader often retreats to his fortress. Month 4, the lungs are now 60% regenerated. Vader can breathe without mechanical assistance for approximately 5 minutes before the remaining damaged tissue fails. Not enough, but significant progress. The vocal cords are 40% healed. He can produce sounds, rough, gravelly, but recognizable as speech. And now, the skin. Vader begins the most visible aspect of healing, his burned flesh. The grafts, the horror show covering his body. This requires different technique, not just cellular regeneration. Sith alchemy, flesh sculpting, reshaping organic matter at fundamental level. The holocron teaches him. Ancient knowledge. How Sith lords modified their bodies, created monsters, transformed themselves. Vader applies the technique to himself, carefully, precisely. He starts with his chest, the most extensively burned area. Layer by layer, he forces the burned skin to slow off. It's excruciating, like being flayed alive, the dead tissue separating from living flesh beneath. The bacta turns cloudy with shed skin. Vanny changes it daily, never questions, just serves. Beneath the burned layer, raw flesh, pink, new, tender. Vader then stimulates this new flesh to grow, properly, without scarring, using Sith alchemy to guide the cellular structure. The pain is different here, not burning, itching, intense, maddening itching as nerves regrow. Fire randomly, cause phantom sensations. Vader endures, channels the discomfort into fuel. Week by week, new skin grows, pale, unmarked, covering his torso. Not perfect. Some scars remain. The damage was too deep. But compared to before, miraculous improvement. Month 5, Vader removes his helmet during private moment in chamber. Looks at reflection in polished obsidian wall. His face, still scarred. Still bald. Still marked by Mustafar. But improving. The worst burns are healing. The grafts are being replaced by natural skin. He looks more human, less corpse. His voice, he tests it. Outside the tank, without vocabulator. The word is rough, damaged, but clear. I am better, recognizable. I am Vader. Full sentence. His real voice, deeper than Anakin's was, ruined by the damage, but functional, not mechanical, organic. Progress. He returns to the tank. The hardest part begins. Month 6. The limbs. Regrowing missing limbs is the holocron's most advanced technique. Requires absolute mastery, because it's not healing existing tissue. It's creating tissue from nothing, forcing the body to do what it did in the womb. Grow from genetic blueprint. The stumps must be stimulated, stem cells activated, bone structure programmed, muscle layered, nerves threaded, skin wrapped. All through the force, all through pain. Vader starts with his right arm, severed at shoulder on Mustafar. He focuses on the stump, the scar tissue, the cybernetic socket. First, the socket must be removed. The metal interface is preventing organic growth. Vader uses the force to heat the metal, making it pliable. Then he rips it out. The pain is catastrophic. The socket was fused to bone. Tearing it away fractures his scapula. Vader screams silently in the bacta, bubbles exploding around his face. But the socket is out, raw bone exposed, bleeding. Now, grow. Vader visualizes the arm, complete skeletal structure, humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, phalanges. He channels the dark side into the stump, commands the bone to grow. Nothing happens. He tries again. More power, more focus, more pain, a flicker, infinitesimal change, calcium depositing at cellular level. This will take months. Just for skeletal structure. Vader commits. This is his life now. 8 months, the holocron estimated. He's 6 months in. 2 more for the limbs. He can do this. Days blend together. Pain becomes background noise. Vader learns to work through anything. Month 6. Week 2. The first centimeter of bone grows. Humerus extending from shoulder socket. Tiny protrusion, but real. Week 3. 2 centimeters. The bone is visible beneath the skin. Grotesque lump pushing outward. Week 4. 5 centimeters. The growth accelerates as Vader masters the technique. Month 7. The right arm's bone structure is halfway complete. Humerus fully formed. Elbow joint taking shape. Radius and ulna beginning. But bone alone is useless. Vader begins layering muscle. Tendons. Ligaments. This is even harder. More complex. More systems to coordinate. The holocron guides him. Muscle fibers must be woven in specific patterns. Follow the genetic memory. Your body knows how it's supposed to be structured. Listen to it. He reaches into his cellular memory, the DNA blueprint that created Anakin Skywalker, and he forces his body to follow that blueprint again. Muscle tissue forms. Red, raw, growing around the bone like vines on tree. The arm extends. 10 centimeters. 20. 40. It looks monstrous. Skeletal structure visible through transparent new flesh. No skin yet, just muscle and bone. But it's there. It's real. Month 7, week 3. The right arm reaches elbow length. Joint articulates. Vader can bend it. Slightly. The movement is agony, but it works. Week 4, Forearm completes. Wrist forms. The hand begins. This is the most delicate work. 27 bones in the hand. Dozens of muscles. Intricate nerve network. Vader works with precision beyond anything he's attempted. Millimeter by millimeter. Creating functional hand from nothing. Month 8 begins. The right arm is nearly complete. Fully formed skeleton. Complete musculature. Nerves threaded throughout. Blood vessels connected to his circulatory system. Just missing skin. Vader wraps the arm in final layer, using the same technique that healed his torso. New skin growing. Pale. Unmarked. The arm is finished. He flexes the fingers. In the bacta tank, new organic hand responds. 5 digits. Perfect articulation. He makes a fist. The sensation is overwhelming. He hasn't felt with real fingers in 9 years. The tactile feedback is incredibly detailed. He can feel the pressure of fist closing, the tension in tendons, the texture of his own palm. He wants to cry. But Vader doesn't cry. He hasn't cried since Padme's funeral. Instead, he begins the left arm. The process is faster now. Vader knows the technique, has refined it, perfected it. Month 8, Week 2. Left arm's bone structure completes. Week 3, musculature finishes. Week 4, skin grows. Both arms complete. Organic. Functional. Perfect. Now the legs. This is even more critical. The legs were severed mid-thigh. More mass to regenerate. More complexity. Load-bearing structures that must support his full weight. Vader begins. Same process. Remove cybernetic sockets. Rip them out. Ignore the agony. Grow bone. Femur extending. Patella forming. Tibia. Fibula. Tarsals. Metatarsals. Phalanges. Layer muscle quadriceps. Hamstrings. Gastrocnemius. Soleus. All the intricate musculature that enables human locomotion. Thread nerves. Connect blood vessels. Wrap in skin. The work consumes him. Nothing exists except regeneration and pain. Month 9, Vader emerges from the bacta tank. For the first time in 9 months, he's spent enough continuous time healing. The transformation is complete. He stands on the tank's egress platform, not on cybernetic stumps, on his own legs, organic, whole. The sensation is alien. He's been walking on mechanical legs for so long, real legs feel wrong. He takes a step, wobbles. The muscles are new, weak, need strengthening. Another step, better. The neural pathways remember. The muscle memory is still there, buried beneath 9 years of cybernetic replacement. Third step, his legs hold. Vader walks across the chamber, naked, dripping bacta, whole. He looks down at his body, pale skin, muscular frame, the body of the chosen one. Restored. Not unmarked. Scars remain. His chest has keloid tissue from the worst burns. His face is still damaged, scalp still hairless. But he's human again. Completely organic. No cybernetics. No life support. No machine parts. He breathes. Deep breath. His lungs fill completely. No mechanical assistance. Just his own respiratory system. Working perfectly. The sensation is incredible. Air flowing naturally. No respirator. No tubes. No restriction. He speaks, testing his voice. No vocabulary. His actual vocal cords. I am whole. The words are clear. His voice is deeper than Anakin's was, damaged by the years of mechanical breathing. Rougher. Harder. But it's his voice, not a machine's. Vader crosses to the polished obsidian wall. Looks at his reflection. The face staring back is both familiar and foreign. Anakin Skywalker's bone structure. But aged, hardened, scarred. Sith yellow eyes, burning bright. The dark side permanently marked on his features. No hair. The burns were too severe. But the scalp is healed, smooth. This is what Darth Vader looks like. Unmasked, uncovered. The man beneath the armor. He is beautiful, terrible, powerful, free. Vanny enters the chamber, carrying fresh robes, stops, stares. His mad eyes widen further. My lord, you are transformed. Vader takes the robes, black fabric, simple. He dresses himself, The sensation of cloth against real skin is foreign after so long in the suit. Tell no one what you have seen. Anyone who learns of this dies, including you if you speak. I would never, my lord. Never. Your secret is sacred. I am your servant, forever. Vader believes him. Vani's madness makes him loyal beyond question. Bring the armor. The old suit. Vani bows, rushes to comply, returns with the pieces. Helmet. Chest plate. Limbs. The prison that sustained Vader for 9 years. Vader looks at it. The symbol of his slavery, the cage Palpatine built. He picks up the helmet, holds it, feels its weight. Then he puts it on. The helmet seals. The optical sensors activate. The breathing apparatus engages. KHHHPHHAH. But now it's artificial, unnecessary. His lungs work beneath. The sound is performance. Theater. Vader removes the helmet. The breathing stops. His natural respiration continues. Silent, efficient. The Emperor cannot know. Vader says, "When I leave this fortress, I wear the suit. I maintain the illusion. I am the broken servant. Until the moment I choose otherwise." Yes, my lord. The deception will hold. Vader nods. He'll need new armor eventually. Something that protects without restricting. That preserves the Vader mystique without the vulnerability. But that's for later. First, he must test this new body. See what he's truly capable of. Leave me. I require practice. Vani bows, exits. The chamber seals. Vader stands alone. Whole. Powerful. Free. He activates his lightsaber. The crimson blade ignites. He hasn't held it with organic hands in 9 years. The grip is perfect. His fingers remember. The weight is balanced. The blade responds to his slightest movement. He moves through Form V, Gem So, his preferred style, the aggressive blocks. Without the suit's weight, he's fast. Incredibly fast. The blade blurs. His movements are liquid. Precise. This is what he was. This is what he's become again. Better. Because now he has the experience. The dark side mastery. The 9 years of training in the suit. All of Anakin's potential. All of Vader's power. Combined. The chosen one. Operating at 100%. Palpatine has no idea. And Vader will keep it that way. Until the moment is right. Then the Emperor will learn what he's created. And it will be too late. Vader extinguishes his lightsaber. Looks out through the obsidian walls toward the lava flows. Mustafar. The planet that destroyed him. The place where Anakin died and Vader was born. Now it's where Vader has been reborn. Stronger. Unbroken. Unstoppable. The galaxy has no idea what's coming. Mustafar. Fortress Vader. Private training chamber. Deep in the fortress levels. Vader moves. No armor. Just his restored body and black training robes. He practices lightsaber forms. Alone. The chamber is vast. Empty. Black walls, lava glow filtering through obsidian panels. Form V. Gem So. His signature style. Power strikes. Overwhelming offense. The blade cuts through air. Crimson light streaking. His movements are perfect. Speed he hasn't achieved since before Mustafar. Not quite Anakin's speed. Different. Better. Anakin was fast through youth and natural talent. Vader is fast through mastery and dark side enhancement. The difference. Control. Precision. Economy of motion. Every strike lands exactly where intended. No wasted movement. No flourishes. Pure efficiency. He transitions to Form 3, Soresu. Defensive mastery. Obi-Wan's preferred form. The blade becomes shield, blocking invisible attacks, creating impenetrable barrier. Then Form 7, Juyo. Aggressive, unpredictable, chaotic. Vader rarely used this form before. The suit made it impossible. Too much lateral movement required. Too much acrobatic footwork. Now, with organic legs. Possible. He spins, blade whirling, attacks from unexpected angles. The form channels rage into combat. Perfect for Sith. Hours pass. Vader doesn't tire. His new body is strong, conditioned by months of forced regeneration. The dark side fuels his stamina. Finally, he stops, deactivates the lightsaber, breathes, deep, Natural. His lungs work perfectly. No mechanical assistance. No respirator. No tubes. The sensation still feels alien. 9 years of mechanical breathing leaves habit. He expects the restriction, the struggle, but there is none. Just air. Clean. Efficient. His comlink chirps, secured frequency. Vader activates it. Lord Vader. The voice belongs to Admiral Piet, competent Imperial officer. Commands Vader's personal Star Destroyer. Speak. Transmission from Imperial Center. Priority 1. The Emperor requests your presence on Coruscant. Immediately. Vader's pulse spikes. Microscopic increase. But he notices. Why now? What does Palpatine want? Acknowledged. Prepare my shuttle. Departure. In 1 hour. Yes, my lord. Vader terminates connection. This could be routine. Palpatine summons him periodically. Mission briefings. Status reports. Displays of dominance. Or it could be discovery. Palpatine might have sensed something through the Force. A disturbance. Change in Vader's presence. Either way, dangerous. Vader returns to his private chamber. The bacta tank still stands. Empty now. No longer needed. But Vader keeps it. Appearances matter. The old suit waits, mounted on stand. Black armor. Helmet. Cape. The prison. Vader begins donning it. Methodical. Practiced. Organic arms slide into cybernetic sleeves. His real hands hidden inside mechanical gauntlets. The neural interfaces don't connect. Don't need to. The suit's servos are powered independently. Vader moves the mechanical limbs through force manipulation, puppeting his own armor. Legs next. His organic legs fold to fit inside the cybernetic housing. Cramped. Uncomfortable. Like wearing boots 3 sizes too small. But necessary. The illusion must hold. Chest plate. The respiratory system activates. But Vader doesn't engage it fully. He breathes naturally underneath. The suit's respirator creates the sound. The familiar breathing. Performance for sensors and observers. KHHHHAN. Helmet last. Vader lowers it over his head. Seals it. The optical sensors activate. The world shifts to red-tinted overlay. He looks at his reflection. The iconic silhouette. Dark Lord of the Sith. Palpatine's enforcer. Broken cyborg. Powerful but limited. Exactly what the Emperor expects. Vader's voice, through the vocabulator. Prepare the shuttle. The deep, filtered tone. No trace of the organic voice beneath. Perfect. He strides through fortress corridors. Heavy footsteps. Mechanical gait. Performance. Inside, his organic legs move naturally. But the suit's weight creates the distinctive Vader walk. Ponderous. Unstoppable. Royal guards fall in behind him, escorting. Silent. The landing platform. His Lambda-class shuttle waits. Black. Imperial. Vader boards. The ramp closes. The shuttle lifts off. Mustafar shrinks below. The fortress becomes black dot against volcanic landscape. Then hyperspace. Blue-white tunnel. 3-day journey to Coruscant. Vader sits in the shuttle's meditation chamber. Alone. Helmet removed. Breathing naturally. He meditates. Not on the dark side. On strategy, Palpatine's summons could mean several things. Routine mission. Hunt a Jedi. Crush a rebel cell. Standard assignment. Test. Palpatine suspects something. Wants to probe. Examine. Trap. The Emperor knows. This is execution. Vader prepares for all 3. If routine mission, accept. Perform. Return to Mustafar. Continue deception. If test, deflect, maintain mental shields. Show nothing suspicious. If trap, fight. Kill Palpatine. Seize power immediately. Even if unprepared, survival takes priority. The meditation continues. 3 days pass. Coruscant. Imperial Center. The planet city. Trillions of beings. Heart of the Empire. Vader's shuttle descends through traffic lanes. Toward Imperial Palace. Massive structure. Former Jedi temple, corrupted and rebuilt. Dark fortress at Galaxy's center. Landing platform. Vader disembarks. Full suit. Heavy footsteps. Breathing mechanical. KHHHHHHHH. Royal guards wait. Red armor. Force pikes. Silent escort. They lead him through palace corridors. Vast, ostentatious. Every surface demonstrates imperial power, wealth, control. Other Imperials see Vader pass. They avert their eyes, step aside. Fear radiates from them. Good. Fear is useful. The throne room doors ahead, massive, ornate. They open automatically as Vader approaches. Inside, the Emperor's audience chamber. Vast space. High ceiling, lit by crimson light from planet-wide sunset through viewport. The city stretches to horizon, endless. At the far end, elevated on dais, Emperor Palpatine, hooded, robbed, face hidden in shadow, hands steepled, the most powerful Sith in the galaxy. Vader approaches, crosses the vast floor, his footsteps echo, each one deliberate, measured. He stops 10 paces from the throne, kneels, head bowed, performance of submission. Lord Vader. Palpatine's voice is soft, dangerous, rise, meets the Emperor's gaze. Yellow eyes gleam from beneath hood. I have sensed a disturbance in the Force, Palpatine says. No preamble. Direct. A shift. A change. Something is different. What have you sensed, my master? That is what you will tell me. Silence. The throne room feels colder, darker. Vader maintains his mental shields, technique learned from years of hiding thoughts. Palpatine taught him mental defenses. Ironic, those same defenses now protect secrets from the teacher. I have been meditating on Mustafar, Vader says, drawing power from the dark side nexus. Perhaps you sensed the increase in my connection to the Force. Perhaps. Palpatine leans forward slightly. Or perhaps something else. Tell me, my apprentice, have you been experiencing unusual phenomena? Changes in your abilities? Alterations in your physical condition? Direct question. Dangerous. Vader chooses truth wrapped in misdirection. I have been experimenting with new combat techniques. The Jedi survivors grow more powerful, more desperate. I must adapt to hunt them effectively. Indeed. And these experiments, do they require extended isolation? 9 months of limited contact? So Palpatine has been tracking his absence. Of course. The techniques require intense focus. Meditation. The fortress provides ideal environment. Palpatine studies him. Long silence, probing with the Force. Vader feels it. Gentle pressure against his mental barriers. Testing. Searching for weakness. Vader holds firm. Gives nothing. Finally, Palpatine settles back. Very well. I have assignment for you. A Jedi has been discovered. Powerful one. Master Taran Kor. Zabrak. Survived Order 66. He has been training in secret on Raxus Secundus, building strength, possibly gathering followers. I will hunt him. Kill him. Yes. But there is complication. Taran Kor is formidable. Weapons Master. Form 7 practitioner. He has defeated 3 Inquisitors sent to capture him. Killed 2. The 3rd barely escaped. Vader says nothing. Waiting. I want him alive if possible. Palpatine continues. He knows locations of other survivors. Information that could lead us to more Jedi. But if capture proves impossible, kill him. As you wish, my master. Palpatine's eyes narrow. You seem confident. More than usual. Why? Trap within trap. If Vader shows hesitation, Palpatine suspects fear. If he shows confidence, Palpatine suspects hidden strength. I am your weapon. You have honed me for 9 years. I am ready for any challenge. Are you? Palpatine stands, descends from throne, approaches Vader. Slow, deliberate. He stops directly before Vader, looking up. The Emperor is shorter, but radiates menace. Show me, Palpatine says. My master? Your new techniques. These combat improvements. Demonstrate. This is it. The test. Vader has choice. Refuse. Suspicious. Accept. Risk revealing too much. He accepts. I will require opponent. Palpatine gestures. Royal guards enter. 4 of them. Elite warriors, force pikes crackling with energy. They will suffice. The guards spread out. Surrounding Vader. Ready. Vader draws his lightsaber. Doesn't ignite it yet. Just holds it. Live blades? He asks. Of course. I want to see true capability, not choreographed demonstration. Vader activates the lightsaber. Crimson blade erupts, humming, casting red light across the throne room. The guards attack. Simultaneously. Coordinated. Professional. Vader moves. But carefully. Not at full speed. He's faster now. Far faster. But showing that speed would expose the truth. Instead, he fights like before. Like in the suit. Heavy strikes. Powerful but measured. Using Form V's economy. No acrobatics. No flourishes that would reveal enhanced mobility. His blade deflects the first pike. Crashes against the second. Parries the third. The fourth guard strikes low. Aiming for Vader's legs, expecting slow movement from cybernetic limbs. Vader blocks. Faster than he should. Just slightly. Imperceptible to most. But Palpatine sees everything. Vader catches himself. Slows down. Makes next movement more labored. Mechanical. The fight continues. 3 minutes. Vader deflects. Blocks. Counters, never attacking fully. Just defending. Finally, he disarms all 4 guards with simultaneous force push. They stagger. Weapons clattering, Vader deactivates his lightsaber. Steps back. Breathing mechanical and steady through the respirator. KHHHAH. Palpatine watches. Silent. Analyzing. Adequate, he says finally. Your defensive technique has improved. But I noticed something. Your reaction time. Faster than before. How? Vader's heart rate elevates. Minutely. Controlled. The Force. I have been enhancing my reflexes through constant dark side immersion. The nexus on Mustafar provides power I channel into combat awareness. Palpatine considers. Possible, but I wonder. He doesn't finish the thought. Instead, he raises his hand. Force lightning erupts. No warning. No provocation. Just attack. Blue-white electricity arcs across the throne room. Slams into Vader's chest plate. The suit's systems short-circuit immediately. Sparks fly. Control panel explodes. Warning lights flash. The respirator dies. Vader collapses. Gasping. The lightning continues. Cooking his armor. Frying electronics. Palpatine steps closer. Lightning intensifying. You have forgotten your place, Lord Vader. You are my creation. My weapon. I made you. I can destroy you. The torture continues. 30 seconds. A minute. Vader's organic body beneath the suit is intact. His lungs work. Heart beats. But the pain is real. Lightning burns. Muscles seize. He could reveal himself now. Tear off the suit. Fight back with full strength. But that's what Palpatine wants. Provocation. Test. Force Vader to show his hand. Instead, Vader surrenders to the pain. Uses the Sith technique from the holocron. Channels the agony into dark side power. Stores it. Doesn't resist. Just endures. Finally, Palpatine stops. Vader lies on the throne room floor, suit smoking, sparking, control panel destroyed. The Emperor stands over him. Pathetic. You are still broken. Still weak. The suit is your reminder. You exist because I allow it. Vader remains motionless, controlling his breathing, making it seem like he's dying, suffocating without life support. But his organic lungs work, hidden beneath destroyed chest plate, functioning perfectly. Palpatine calls out, "Medical droids, repair him," restoring life support. Palpatine watches for a moment, then turns away. When you are functional, proceed to Raxus Secundus. Kill the Jedi. Prove you are still useful. He exits, leaving Vader alone with the droids. Vader lies still. Rage building. Carefully controlled. Channeled into cold calculation. The Emperor has revealed his position. He suspects nothing. Still believes Vader is broken. Still thinks the suit is necessary. Perfect. The droids work for hours, replacing components, welding circuits, restoring functionality. Eventually, the respirator reboots. KHHHHHHHH. Vader sits up. The droids step back. Their work complete. He stands. Tests the suit. Everything functional. The Emperor's lightning damaged systems, but not critically. Vader dismisses the droids. Alone in the throne room now, he looks toward where Palpatine departed. Soon. Very soon. The Emperor will learn his mistake. But not today. Today, Vader has Jedi to hunt, and this hunt will serve dual purpose. He will kill Terran Core, but he will do it as his true self, unmasked, unleashed. Test his restored body in real combat, against formidable opponent. See what he's truly capable of. Raxus Secundus, Outer Rim, Industrial World, Junkyards, Salvage Operations, Abandoned Factories. Perfect hiding place for Jedi Survivor. Vader's shuttle descends through polluted atmosphere, landing in remote sector, far from populated areas. He disembarks, full suit, but this is the last time he wears it into combat. The planet's surface is covered in rusted machinery, mountains of scrap metal, toxic pools. The air smells like rust and chemical decay. Vader extends his senses through the Force, searching, feeling for Jedi presence. There, approximately 5 kilometers north, strong Force signature, controlled, disciplined, master-level power, Terran Core. Vader begins walking, heavy footsteps crunching through debris, his breathing mechanical, steady. K-H-H-H-A, K-H-H-H-H. But inside the suit, Vader's anticipation builds. This will be revelation. First real test of his restored power. He reaches the location, massive abandoned factory, durasteel structure half collapsed, entrance gaping like wound. Vader enters. Inside, vast industrial space. Assembly lines rusted silent, robotic arms frozen mid-motion, dust everywhere. And in the center, standing on raised platform, Terran Core, Zabrak, red skin, cranial horns, yellow eyes, wearing Jedi robes but tattered, modified, no longer pure Jedi, something darker, 2 lightsabers at his belt, curved hilts, unusual for Jedi, Form 7 weapons, Lord Vader. Core's voice is deep, gravelly. The Inquisitors reported you would come eventually. I've been waiting. Vader stops. 20 meters away. You should have run. Hidden. Death is your only future now. Core ignites both lightsabers. Crimson blades. Red, not blue or green. Not Jedi anymore. Dark Jedi. Or something in between. You fell to the dark side, Vader observes. And yet you did not seek to join the Sith. Why? Because I've seen what the Sith do to their apprentices. Core gestures at Vader. You are proof. Broken. Enslaved. Kept barely alive to serve. I prefer independence. Then you die independent. Vader draws his lightsaber. Ignites it. Red blade matching Core's. They face each other. 2 dark side warriors, about to clash. Core attacks first. Form 7. Juyo. Aggressive. Unpredictable. Both blades spinning, creating storm of crimson light. Vader defends. Form V heavy blocks, powered by the suit's servos. But this is performance. Vader isn't trying. Not yet. The blades clash, shrieking, sparking. Core is skilled. Decades of training, experience fighting multiple opponents. His dual blade technique creates constant pressure. High attacks, low attacks, simultaneous strikes from different angles. Vader blocks everything, but appears to struggle. Movements slightly too slow, defense slightly too wide. Core sees weakness, presses harder. The Emperor's pet is not so fearsome after all. He unleashes Force lightning, not as powerful as Palpatine's, but significant. The electricity strikes Vader's chest plate. Systems short circuit. Control panel explodes. Sparks everywhere. Vader staggers. The respirator dies. Core grins. Your weakness, the Inquisitors told me. Force lightning kills you. Your suit cannot. Vader laughs. The sound is wrong, not mechanical. Not filtered through vocabulator. Real voice. Deep. Scarred. But organic. Core freezes. What? Vader reaches up. Both hands. Grips his helmet. Tears it off. The helmet clatters to the floor. Rolling. Coming to rest against rusted machinery. Vader's face revealed. Scarred. Bald. Terrible. Sith yellow eyes burning. And breathing. Without assistance. Without respirator. Impossible, Core whispers. Vader begins removing the suit, piece by piece. Chest plate torn away. revealing not machinery but muscled torso beneath. Scarred but whole, arm coverings ripped off, organic hands emerge. Flexing fingers. Leg armor discarded, real legs. Strong, organic. The cape falls, what stands before Core is nightmare-made flesh. Vader's body, restored, powerful. Covered in scars, map of suffering, but completely organic. You were supposed to be dying without the suit, Core says. Backing away, lightsabers raised defensively. I was. I healed myself. Months of agony, but worth it. To become this. Vader picks up his lightsaber, still ignited. Crimson blade in organic hand. Now, let me show you what I truly am. Vader moves. Without the suit's weight, he's fast. Blindingly fast. He crosses the 20-meter distance in heartbeat. Blade already striking. Core barely blocks. The impact staggers him. Vader's strength is overwhelming. Not cybernetic power. Chosen One power. Enhanced by dark side. Perfected by experience. Vader doesn't stop. Continuous assault. Form V. Gemso. Every strike designed to overwhelm. To break defense through sheer power. Core defends desperately. Both lightsabers working. Barely keeping up. His Form 7 requires space. Movement. Room to create unpredictable angles. Vader gives him none. Closing distance. Constant pressure. Relentless 10 seconds into the fight. Core realizes he's outmatched. This isn't the Vader from the reports. This is something else. Something terrifying. He tries force push. Vader absorbs it. Doesn't even slow down. Core unleashes force scream. Sonic attack. Disorienting. Vader walks through it. The pain means nothing. Pain is fuel. Core's desperation peaks. He attempts risky maneuver. Spinning attack with both blades. Creating sphere of crimson light around himself. Offensive and defensive simultaneously. Vader doesn't block. He penetrates the defense. Timing perfect. Blade striking through gap that exists for microsecond. His lightsaber pierces Core's left shoulder. Severs the arm entirely. Core screams. One lightsaber falls. Deactivates. He tries to retreat. Impossible. Vader is on him. Second strike. Through Core's right knee. Leg collapses. The Zabrak falls. Helpless. Remaining lightsaber extinguished. Lying on the factory floor. Bleeding. Vader stands over him. Blade raised. Red light painting the scene. You were weapons master, Vader says. You trained Jedi in combat. You survived Order 66. You killed 2 Inquisitors. Impressive achievements. Kill me or don't. Just end the mockery. The Emperor wanted you alive. For interrogation. Information about other Jedi. I'll never tell him anything. I know. Vader's blade descends. Through Core's chest. Precise. Instant death. The Zabrak's eyes go vacant. Body goes still. Vader extinguishes his lightsaber. Stands in silence. The factory settling around him. The fight lasted 20 seconds. 20 seconds to kill master-level combatant. Trained weapons specialist. Dark side user. Not even a challenge. This is Vader's true power. Unmasked. Unleashed. Operating at full Chosen One potential. Palpatine has no idea. Still thinks Vader is the broken cyborg, dependent on the suit. Limited. Controlled. The revelation will be spectacular. But not yet. Not here. Not now. Vader retrieves his suit pieces. Begins putting them back on. The armor. The prison. The disguise. He seals the helmet last. The breathing resumes. Mechanical. False. KHHHH. He activates his comlink. Contacts his shuttle. Mission complete. Returning to orbit. Acknowledged, Lord Vader. Vader looks once more at Core's corpse. The Jedi, former Jedi, who thought he could survive through power alone, who rejected both Jedi restraint and Sith domination, died anyway. Because independence without supreme strength is suicide in this galaxy. Vader will remember that lesson when he faces Palpatine. Must be absolutely certain of victory. No mistakes. No assumptions. Total preparation. He exits the factory. Returns to his shuttle. Next destination. Mustafar. He needs to prepare. Truly prepare. And that means forging new armor. Mustafar. Fortress Vader. Deep levels. The Sith Forge. Ancient chamber. Predating the fortress. Carved from volcanic rock, lava flows beneath the floor, heat radiating through vents. This is where Sith Lords created their weapons, their armor, their tools of power. The forge is active now. For the first time in millennia, Vader works, bare-chested, wearing only pants, scars visible in the lava light, his organic body glistening with sweat. He hammers cortosis weave metal on anvil, shaping, folding, infusing with dark side energy through Sith alchemy. The technique from the holocron, same method used to regenerate his flesh, now applied to forging. The metal responds, becomes more than material, becomes extension of his will. Dark side artifact, he's creating new armor. Not life support, not prison. True armor, protection without limitation. The design is specific, calculated. Black bodysuit first. Cortosis weave fabric. Lightsaber resistant. Flexible. Form-fitting. Covers him neck to feet. The weaving takes days. Thread by thread, each fiber infused with Sith alchemy, making it nearly indestructible. Then armor plates. Strategic placement. Durasteel reinforced with dark side enhancement. Thin. Light. But stronger than the old suit's heavy plating. Chest plate. Provides protection without bulk. No life support systems to short circuit. No vulnerability to force lightning. Shoulder plates. Curved. Aggressive angles. Maintain the Vader silhouette. Forearm guards. Shin guards. All black. All polished to mirror sheen. The mask next. Most important piece. Vader keeps the design similar to original helmet. The iconic shape. Triangular faceplate. But sleeker. No respiratory apparatus needed. However, he builds in voice modulator. Because the Vader voice, deep, mechanical, terrifying, is part of the legend. Part of the fear. He can activate it at will, speak naturally, or speak as Vader. The mask is pure intimidation. No function except psychological warfare. Final piece. The cloak. Black fabric, but woven with microfiber armor, can deflect blaster bolts, provides dramatic silhouette while offering actual protection. The forging takes 3 weeks. Vader works obsessively, perfecting every detail, every edge, every surface. When complete, he assembles the armor, puts it on. The bodysuit fits perfectly. Second skin. He can move without restriction. Full range of motion. The plates lock into place. Magnetic seals. Lightweight, barely noticeable. The mask seals. Optical sensors activate. But these are his choice. Enhancement, not necessity. He can remove the mask and see perfectly well with organic eyes. He activates the voice modulator. Speaks. I am Vader. The mechanical rasp. The deep filtered tone. Exactly like the old suit. But this is choice, not requirement. He deactivates it. Speaks normally. I am Vader. His real voice. Deeper than Anakin's. Scarred, but clear. Both voices serve purpose. The mechanical voice for public, for maintaining mythos. The real voice for private, for moments of truth. Vader looks at his reflection in polished obsidian wall. The new armor creates same silhouette as old suit. Black, imposing, iconic, but lighter, faster, better. No electronic life support to exploit. No weakness to force lightning. No mechanical limitations. Pure protection. Pure threat. This is Vader evolved. Vader perfected. He tests the armor's mobility. Full range of motion. Acrobatics he couldn't perform in old suit. Backflips. Aerial spins. Speed. Everything works. Everything responds. He practices lightsaber combat. All forms. The armor doesn't restrict him at all. Perfect. But the old suit still has role. When he leaves Mustafar publicly, he'll wear it. Maintain the deception. Keep Palpatine blind. The new armor will stay hidden until the moment of confrontation. Then Palpatine will see, and it will be too late. Vader stores the new armor in secure chamber, hidden behind false wall. Even if Imperials searched the fortress, they wouldn't find it. His comlink chirps. Urgent frequency. Vader activates it. Speak. Admiral Piet's voice. Lord Vader. Priority transmission from Imperial Center. The Emperor requests your immediate return to Coruscant. Vader's pulse spikes. Second summons in 3 weeks. Unusual. Did the Emperor provide reason? No, my lord, only that your presence is required. Urgently. This could be mission. Or test. Or trap. Either way, time to return. Prepare my shuttle. I depart within the hour. Yes, my lord. Vader terminates connection. He looks at the new armor. Hidden. Ready. Then at the old suit, mounted on stand. Waiting. The choice is obvious. Old suit for public appearance. Keep the Emperor ignorant. But Vader makes different decision. He takes the new armor, packs it in secured case, loads it on his shuttle. If Palpatine knows, if this is confrontation, Vader will be ready. He won't die in the old suit, won't let Palpatine kill him while wearing that prison. If it's trap, he fights back, fully, with everything. And if it's routine mission, the armor stays hidden in the shuttle. No harm. Vader dons the old suit. Final time, the heavy armor, the restrictive plates, the helmet, the breathing activates. KHHHA, the mechanical rasp, the sound of limitation. But underneath, his organic body is strong, whole, ready. Vader boards his shuttle. The case containing new armor secured in private compartment. The shuttle launches. Mustafar recedes. Hyperspace engages. 3 days to Coruscant. 3 days to whatever awaits. Vader meditates during transit. Preparing mentally, reviewing contingencies. If Palpatine attacks, remove old suit, don new armor, fight at full strength, kill the Emperor, seize power. If Palpatine tests, deflect, deceive, maintain charade. If Palpatine suspects, deny, provided explanations. Use mental shields. Survive. The meditation continues. 3 days of preparation. Finally, Coruscant. The shuttle descends. Imperial Palace. Same landing platform as before. Vader disembarks. Old suit. Heavy footsteps. Mechanical breathing. KAHHPHA. Royal guards escort him. Through corridors. Toward throne room. But something feels different. The force is disturbed. Turbulent. Like storm approaching. Palpatine knows something. Vader feels it. The throne room doors open. Inside, the Emperor, standing not seated, at the center of the vast chamber, hooded, robbed, face shadowed. Waiting. Vader enters, crosses the floor, each step echoing. Getting closer, he stops 10 paces away. Standard distance, doesn't kneel this time. Instinct tells him not to show submission. Palpatine's voice cuts through silence. Lord Vader, I have felt a great disturbance in the Force. What have you sensed, my master? That is what you will tell me. What happened on Raxus Secundus? I killed Terran Core. As commanded. Yes. The Inquisitors recovered his body. Examined. Very interesting wounds. Very precise. Very efficient. Vader says nothing. Waiting. The Inquisitors also found something else at the site. Your helmet. Discarded. Left on the factory floor. Ice runs through Vader's veins. He forgot. In the moment of revelation to Core, he removed the helmet. Left it there. Didn't retrieve it. Mistake. Critical mistake. I can explain. Can you? Palpatine's voice sharpens. Can you explain why you removed your life support during combat? Why you exposed yourself to death? Unless. The Emperor's hand rises. Gestures. Force pull. Vader's chest plate rips away. Torn off by telekinesis. Crashes to the floor meters away. Beneath, not machinery, muscled torso. Scarred. Whole. Organic. Palpatine stares. Eyes widening. Genuine shock crossing his features. Unless you don't need it anymore. Vader's breathing continues. Natural. His lungs work. No mechanical assistance. No respirator. Just organic respiratory system. The truth is exposed. Silence. Crushing. The air in the throne room feels heavy, oppressive. Palpatine's shock transforms, hardens into cold fury. You healed yourself. How? Vader removes the helmet. Doesn't matter now. The deception is over. His face revealed. Scarred. Terrible. Sith yellow eyes. But whole. Ancient Sith techniques. Pain-fueled regeneration through the dark side. I found knowledge you denied me. Plagueis's work. You found his research. Mamin's work. Your architect left more than fortress designs in that place. Palpatine's hands clench. And you hid this from me. For months. Healed yourself in secret. Deceived your master. Betrayed me. You betrayed me first. Vader's voice is hard. Organic. Powerful. You built the suit to cripple me. Made me vulnerable to your lightning. Kept me broken deliberately. I am the chosen one. You reduced me to weapon you could control. Because that is what you are. A weapon. My apprentice. You exist to serve. I exist to rule. As was my destiny. Before you corrupted it. Before you took everything from me. Palpatine's face twists. Rage and hatred bleeding through. You dare challenge me. I made you, saved you from Mustafar. Gave you purpose. You gave me prison. I have freed myself. The Emperor's hands rise, electricity crackling between fingers. Then you will die, as you should have died 9 years ago. Force lightning erupts. Massive bolts, more powerful than before. Palpatine holds nothing back, but Vader is ready. He doesn't block, doesn't dodge. He absorbs the lightning. Technique from Momin's holocron. Using pain as fuel, the electricity courses through him, burns his organic flesh, scorches nerves. But it doesn't kill him. Can't kill him. Because there's no suit to short-circuit. No electronics to fry. Just flesh. And flesh can endure. Can regenerate. Vader pushes back, channels the absorbed energy, redirects it. The lightning reflects, courses back toward Palpatine. The Emperor's eyes widen. He raises force barrier, barely in time. Lightning splashes against the barrier, dissipating. Both Sith Lords stare at each other across crackling energy. Impressive, Palpatine hisses. But insufficient. You cannot defeat me. I am the dark side. He unleashes force scream, sonic attack, wave of dark side power designed to shatter minds. Break wills. Kill weak opponents instantly. Vader weathers it. His mind is fortress. Hardened by 9 years of suffering. By months of deliberate self-torture during regeneration. By absolute commitment to dark side. The scream washes over him. Painful. Disorienting. But not breaking. When it ends, Vader still stands. Is that all? He asks. Palpatine's fury peaks. You want to see all? Very well. The Emperor attacks. Not with force. With lightsaber from his robes the crimson blade ignites. Palpatine moves. Fast. Impossibly fast for aged body. Force-enhanced speed. He closes distance. Blade striking. Vader's lightsaber ignites. Meets the attack. Red against red. The duel begins. Palpatine uses Form 7. Juyo. Aggressive. Unpredictable. Mixing with Makashi precision. Switching styles mid-strike. Creating openings that aren't there. Vader uses Form V. Gemso. Power strikes. Overwhelming force. Every block is counterattack. Every defense is offense. They clash across the throne room. Blades shrieking. The sound is deafening. Vader's restored body gives him advantage. Speed. Agility. Power. All at full Chosen One potential. But Palpatine has experience. Decades of Sith mastery. Cunning. Treachery. Knowledge of every dark side technique. The fight is brutal. Fast. Technical. Palpatine strikes high. Vader blocks. Counters low. Palpatine spins. Deflects. Ripostes. They're evenly matched. For now, Palpatine tries Force Lightning mid-duel. Vader absorbs. Redirects. The Emperor barely dodges. Vader attempts Force Crush. Palpatine resists. Counterattacks with Force Push. The throne room becomes war zone. Windows shatter. Floor cracks. The ceiling groans. Royal guards rush in. Seeing their Emperor under attack, both Sith Lords kill them with casual force gestures. Don't even break eye contact. The guards fall. Forgotten. The duel continues. Minutes pass. Both are testing. Probing. Looking for weakness. Palpatine finds none. Vader's restored body has no exploitable flaw, no electronic vulnerability, no mechanical lag, and Vader finds none in Palpatine. The Emperor's defense is perfect. His power, enormous. They separate, both breathing heavily, circling. You have become strong, Palpatine admits. Stronger than I anticipated. But you cannot kill me, apprentice. I am the Sith, eternal, unstoppable. You are old, clinging to power you've held too long. The rule of two demands the apprentice surpass the master. I have surpassed you. Have you? Then prove it. Palpatine unleashes everything. Sustained force lightning. Continuous. Overwhelming. The throne room becomes lightning storm. Electricity arcing everywhere. The walls blacken. The floor melts. Vader's armor, the old suit's remaining pieces, burns away. Destroyed. But his organic body underneath endures. The pain is astronomical. Every nerve screaming. Skin burning. Muscles seizing. But Vader embraces the pain. Uses Scion's technique. Channels agony into power. Into will. Into strength. He doesn't fall. Doesn't die. Just endures. And through the lightning, through the agony, he advances. Step by step. Walking forward. Lightsaber raised. Palpatine's eyes widen. Impossible. You should be dead. I am beyond death. I am pain incarnate. I am suffering made weapon. I am what you created. Vader reaches Palpatine. The lightning still pouring. Still burning. And Vader's lightsaber strikes. Through the lightning. Through the force barrier. Through everything. The crimson blade pierces Palpatine's chest. The Emperor gasps. Lightning cuts off. He looks down at the blade. Then up at Vader's face. The apprentice. Becomes the master. No, Vader says. His voice is cold. Final. The master is dead. There is only Vader. He pulls the blade out. Palpatine collapses. Falls to the throne room floor. The most powerful Sith Lord in galactic history. Defeated. Dying. Vader stands over him, scarred body covered in burns, smoking, but alive. Victorious. Palpatine's breathing weakens. You think you've won. The Empire will tear itself apart without me. No. The Empire will perfect itself. Under absolute rule. No games. No manipulation. Just power. You will fall. Like I fell. The rule of two continues. The rule of two ends with you. I will take no apprentice. I will rule. Alone. Forever. Palpatine tries to speak again. Can't. His eyes glaze. Life fades. Darth Sidious. Emperor Palpatine. The Sith Eternal. Dead. Vader stands alone in the ruined throne room. Breathing heavily. His organic lungs working perfectly despite the damage. He's won. Actually won. The Emperor is dead. The Empire is his. But the battle has cost him. His body is burned again. Not as bad as Mustafar, but significant damage. No matter, he'll heal, using the same techniques. Months in the bacta tank. Regeneration. But first, consolidation. Vader activates comlink. All Imperial forces. This is Lord Vader. Emperor Palpatine is dead. Betrayed by his own weakness. I claim the throne. I claim the Empire. Obey or die. He transmits the message galaxy-wide. Every Star Destroyer, every military installation, every Imperial facility. Then he walks to Palpatine's throne. Sits. The throne of the galaxy. Now his. Darth Vader. Dark Lord of the Sith. Emperor of the Galactic Empire. Whole. Unbroken. Unstoppable. The galaxy has new master. And this one will not fall. Imperial Palace. Throne room. Vader sits on the Emperor's throne. The chamber is destroyed. Walls scorched black. Floor cracked and melted. Windows shattered. Bodies of royal guards scattered. And in the center, Palpatine's corpse. Robbed. Small. Pathetic in death. Vader's body is burned. Again, lightning damage covering torso, arms, face. Not as severe as Mustafar, but painful. He doesn't move. Just sits. Breathing. Organic lungs working. Processing what just happened. He killed the Emperor. Actually killed him. The most powerful Sith in the galaxy. Dead by Vader's hand. The galaxy-wide transmission has been sent. Every Imperial facility received it. Now comes the response. Vader waits. His comlink activates. Admiral Piet's voice. Uncertain. Careful. Lord Vader, we received your transmission. Is it true? The Emperor is dead? Yes. I killed him. I rule now. Do you accept this? Long pause. Piet is calculating. Weighing options. Survival versus loyalty to dead master. Yes, Lord Vader. The Star Destroyer fleet acknowledges your authority. Good. Transmit that acknowledgement to all Imperial forces. Tell them Admiral Piet has pledged loyalty. Others should follow his example. Yes, my lord. Vader terminates connection. First piece secured. The Navy. More comlink signals incoming. Dozens. Imperial Moffs. Governors. Military commanders. All demanding answers. Vader ignores most. Selects specific ones. The most powerful. The most influential. Moff Tarkin. Grand Moff. Commands Death Star project. Vader accepts connection. Moff Tarkin. Lord Vader. Tarkin's voice is cold. Analytical. I've received disturbing reports. The Emperor is dead. You claim responsibility. Explain yourself. Palpatine grew weak. Complacent. He built an empire but failed to perfect it. I have remedied his failure. Permanently. By murdering your master. That is treason. That is the Sith way. The apprentice surpasses the master, takes power, becomes the master. This is how it has always been. Tarkin considers. And you expect the Empire to simply accept this? To follow what are you exactly? Still Sith? Still loyal to Imperial doctrine? I am the Empire now. The doctrine is mine to define. And yes, I am Sith. The only Sith. There will be no apprentice, no challenge to my rule, just absolute power, wielded efficiently. Tarkin's tone suggests skepticism. Palpatine was efficient. In his way, Palpatine was corrupt. He played games, pitted factions against each other, created intentional conflict to maintain control through chaos. I will not do that. I will rule directly, clearly, without deception. An interesting proposition. But why should I accept it? Why not declare independence? Carve out my own territory? Because I will kill you if you try. And everyone who supports you, and I will do it personally. With absolute efficiency. No mercy. No negotiation. Just death. Silence. Tarkin is weighing threat against reality. Finally. Very well. I pledge loyalty to Emperor Vader, on condition that my authority over the Death Star project remains intact. Agreed. Continue your work, but report to me directly. No intermediaries, no bureaucracy, just results. Understood. I will transmit my support to other Moffs. Many will follow my lead. See that they do. Connection terminates. Vader allows himself moment of satisfaction. Tarkin's support carries weight. Other Moffs will follow. The infrastructure of Empire remains intact. More connections. More pledges. Some genuine, some calculating, some fearful. Vader accepts all. For now. Later he will identify the false loyalists, eliminate them. But that requires time. One connection stands out. The Inquisitorius. The Jedi Hunters. Vader's personal tools. The Grand Inquisitor's voice. Lord Vader, we have heard. The Emperor is dead. By your hand. Correct. What are your orders? Do we continue our mission? Or has everything changed? Hunt the Jedi. Kill them. Bring me those you cannot kill. But you serve me now, not Palpatine, not the Empire. Me. Directly. Is that clear? Crystal clear, my lord. The Inquisitorius pledges absolute loyalty. Good. I will require your services soon. There are changes I intend to make. Resistance is inevitable. You will help me crush it. We live to serve, my lord. Connection ends. Vader stands. His burned body protests. Pain radiating through every movement. He needs medical attention. Bacta tank. Healing. But first. Presentation. The Empire must see their new emperor, must witness his power, must fear him absolutely. Vader walks to Palpatine's corpse, looks down at it. The old Sith taught him many things: manipulation, patience, the value of fear, the necessity of power. But Palpatine also taught Vader what not to be. The old man clung to power through deception, through weakness, through keeping his apprentice broken. Vader will not make that mistake. He will rule through strength, through honest brutality. The galaxy will fear him, but they will know exactly what they fear. No games, no masks, just power. Vader picks up Palpatine's lightsaber, the Emperor's weapon. Deactivated, harmless now. He crushes it with the Force. The metal crumples, the kyber crystal shatters. Fragments fall to the floor. Symbol destroyed. The old Sith is gone. Vader remains. Medical droids to the throne room, immediately. Minutes later, droids arrive. They freeze, seeing the destruction. The corpse. The burned Dark Lord. Tend to my injuries. Then remove the Emperor's body. Preserve it. Public display will be necessary. The droids work. Spraying bacta gel on Vader's burns. Wrapping damaged tissue. Stabilizing. The treatment is temporary. Real healing requires months. But this prevents infection. Keeps him functional. While droids work, Vader plans. Immediate priorities: consolidate military control, ensure all Star Destroyers acknowledge his authority, address the Moffs, force compliance or eliminate resistance, locate and neutralize potential rivals, Imperial officers who might attempt coup. Public announcement: the galaxy must see Palpatine is dead. Vader rules. Return to Mustafar, heal completely. Then return to perfect the Empire. The droids finish. Vader dismisses them. He retrieves his new armor from the shuttle. The sleek black suit. The plates. The mask. Dons it. Piece by piece. The bodysuit covers his burns. The plates provide protection. The mask conceals his damaged face. He activates the voice modulator. Tests it. I am Emperor Vader. The deep, filtered tone. Exactly like before. But now it's choice, not necessity. Good. The galaxy expects Vader to sound like this. Expectations must be managed. He looks at his reflection in polished throne room surface. The new armor. Sleek. Deadly. Perfect. This is how the Empire will see their Emperor. Not as man, as force of nature. Dark. Inevitable. Unstoppable. Vader exits the throne room, strides through palace corridors. Imperial officers see him. Stop. Stare. Uncertain. He addresses them. Voice modulated. Terrifying. The Emperor is dead. I rule now. Serve me or die. Choose quickly. They kneel. All of them. Immediately. Fear is efficient. Imperial Palace. Broadcast chamber. Hours later, Vader stands before massive holographic projector. This will transmit his image across the entire galaxy. Every planet with Imperial presence will receive it. Trillions of beings will see their new Emperor. Technicians prepare equipment, checking signals, confirming connections. Vader waits, patient. Behind his mask, his burned face aches. But he shows nothing. The lead technician approaches. My lord, we are ready. The transmission will reach all major systems simultaneously. Estimated audience: 3 trillion beings. Proceed. The technician activates transmission. Red light indicates live broadcast. Every holonet receiver in Imperial space now shows Vader's image. He stands motionless. Black armor, cape, mask, imposing silhouette against stark background. His voice when he speaks is mechanical, powerful, final. Citizens of the Empire, I am Darth Vader. Your Emperor is dead. Emperor Palpatine is fallen. Not to rebels, not to Jedi. To me, his apprentice, as is the Sith way. Let that sink in. Palpatine built this empire. But he grew weak, corrupt. He played political games while the galaxy burned. He allowed inefficiency, tolerated failure, permitted chaos to maintain his control. Another pause. I will not. Under my rule, the empire will be perfected. No more bureaucratic games. No more factional infighting. No more corruption. Just order. Absolute. Enforced through power. He leans forward slightly. Emphasis. You will obey. You will serve. You will contribute to Imperial strength. Those who do will prosper. Those who resist will die. There will be no negotiation, no mercy for traitors, no tolerance for weakness. He straightens. The rebellion will be crushed. The Jedi will be exterminated. All threats to Imperial order will be eliminated. Completely. Permanently. Final pause. This is not a request. This is the new reality. I am your Emperor. I am the Empire. Accept it or die. The transmission ends. Red light extinguishes. Vader stands motionless for several seconds, then turns. Exits the chamber. Behind him, technicians exchange nervous glances. The galaxy just witnessed threat beyond anything Palpatine ever delivered. Honest. Direct. Terrifying. The Empire has new master. War Room. Imperial Palace. 2 days after broadcast. Vader sits at head of massive table. Holographic displays surround him, showing galaxy map, Imperial territories, fleet positions, rebel activity. Around the table, Imperial leadership. Moffs, Grand Admirals, high-ranking officers, all physically present. Vader demanded it. They sit in silence, waiting, nervous. Vader surveys them, his mask's optical sensors, cataloging each face, analyzing micro-expressions, fear levels, loyalty indicators. Finally, he speaks. Voice modulated. Report. How has the galaxy responded to regime change? Grand Moff Tarkin stands. Calm. Professional. The transition has been turbulent but manageable. 70% of Imperial forces have pledged loyalty. 20% remain undecided. 10% have declared independence or joined rebellion. Identify the 10%. Locations. Resources. Leadership. Tarkin brings up holographic display. Highlights sectors. Names flash. Moff Jared. Outer Rim Sector. Commands 3-star destroyers. Has declared himself autonomous governor. Admiral Constantine. Deep Core Region. Controls 2 fleets. Refuses to acknowledge your authority. Governor Price. Lothal Sector. Has made overtures to Rebel Alliance. Several others. Minor threats. But threats nonetheless. Vader listens. Memorizing. Planning. Moff Jared will be eliminated first. I will handle it personally. Publicly. The galaxy will see what happens to traitors. Wise. It will discourage others. Admiral Constantine will be given one opportunity to surrender. If he refuses, his fleet will be destroyed. No survivors. And Governor Price? The Inquisitors will handle her. Quietly. Make it look like rebel assassination. Sow distrust between her and her new allies. Vader continues down the list, assigning responses. Calculating. Efficient. When finished, he addresses the room. The Empire under Palpatine was corrupt. He encouraged competition between you, kept you fighting each other to prevent unified opposition. That ends now. You will cooperate. You will support each other. Failure in your sector affects adjacent sectors. You will be held collectively responsible. Murmurs. Uncertainty. This is different approach. Unusual, but, Vader continues, those who succeed will be rewarded, promoted, given authority. I do not fear competent subordinates. I value them. Unlike Palpatine, I do not need you weak to stay in power. That gets their attention. Palpatine deliberately kept his Moffs limited. Vader is offering genuine authority. Dangerous, but effective. Questions. One Moff stands, young, ambitious. Moff Gideon. Emperor Vader, you speak of eliminating corruption. But the Empire's economy relies on certain arrangements, contracts that exist outside official channels. If we eliminate these, we risk economic collapse. You speak of bribery, extortion, criminal partnerships. I speak of pragmatic resource management. Vader stands, walks around table toward Gideon. Each step deliberate, terrifying. He stops directly before the Moff. Pragmatic resource management. Interesting phrase. Tell me, Moff Gideon, how many credits have you personally embezzled through these arrangements? Gideon goes pale. I, my lord, I would never. Vader raises hand. Gideon's throat constricts. Force choke. The Moff gasps. Claws at invisible pressure. Lifted from his chair. Suspended. Vader holds him there. Not killing. Just demonstrating. You will return every credit. You will eliminate all criminal partnerships. You will run your sector through legitimate imperial taxation. Is that clear? Can't breathe. Vader releases him. The Moff collapses into chair. Gasping. Terrified. That applies to all of you. The corruption ends. Now, anyone found embezzling? Anyone maintaining illegal arrangements? Anyone prioritizing personal profit over imperial efficiency will die. Slowly. Silence. Absolute. Dismissed. Return to your sectors. Implement new policies. I will be watching. The Moffs file out. Quickly. Quietly. Only Tarkin remains. He approaches Vader. That was quite a performance, but threatening them all with death might breed resentment. Potential rebellion. Let them resent. Let them fear. But they will obey. Fear is more reliable than loyalty. Palpatine believed the same. Palpatine used fear to hide his weakness. I use fear to reinforce my strength. Different application. Different result. Tarkin considers. Perhaps. Time will tell. What are your plans now? I return to Mustafar. My injuries require healing. Months of recovery. While I heal, you will oversee daily operations. Report significant developments. Handle minor crises. Major decisions wait for my return. You trust me with that much authority? I trust you to be competent and self-interested. Betraying me serves neither. You are pragmatist, Tarkin. You will do what benefits you. And right now, serving me benefits you most. Tarkin smiles. Thin. Cold. Accurate assessment. Very well. I will maintain the Empire in your absence, but I expect compensation for this service. The Death Star will be completed on schedule. You will command it. Full authority. Does that suffice? More than suffice. We have an accord, Emperor Vader. They are not friends, not allies in traditional sense, but they understand each other. Both pragmatists. Both value efficiency over sentiment. It will work. For now, Mustafar. Fortress Vader. 3 weeks after Palpatine's death, Vader floats in his bacta tank, naked. Burns healing. The process is familiar now. He knows the techniques, the pain management, the cellular manipulation. This regeneration is faster than before. His body remembers, the pathways are established, healing accelerates. The fortress is quieter now. Fewer visitors, only Vani remains, tending the tank, maintaining the systems. The galaxy beyond continues. Reports arrive daily. Holocron transmissions. Updates. Tarkin's efficiency is impressive. He handles bureaucratic matters smoothly. Makes decisions Vader would approve. Maintains order. Moff Jarrett attempted rebellion. Gathered his 3 Star Destroyers. Declared independence. Vader left the bacta tank briefly. Traveled to Jarrett's sector. Personally. Boarded Jarrett's flagship. Walked through corridors. Killed everyone who resisted. Found Jarrett on the bridge. Attempting to flee. Vader killed him. Slowly. Using force torture. Made it last hours. Then broadcast the execution across Imperial channels. Let every potential rebel see what awaits them. After that, no more declarations of independence. The remaining 10% pledged loyalty or went into hiding. Problem solved. Admiral Constantine surrendered. Joined Vader's command structure. Useful. Governor Price died. Inquisitors made it look like rebel attack. The Alliance disavowed involvement. Confusion achieved. The Empire stabilizes. Vader continues healing. Weeks become months. The burns fade. New skin grows. His body returns to wholeness. During this time, Vader meditates, not just on the dark side, on rule, on empire, on future. Palpatine's empire was tool for Sith dominance. Everything served that purpose. The bureaucracy, the military, the economy, all designed to maintain one man's power. Vader will redesign it. The empire will serve different purpose. Not just Sith dominance, Sith perfection, an empire that runs with absolute efficiency. No waste, no corruption, no unnecessary suffering. Suffering that serves purpose, permitted. Suffering that serves no purpose, eliminated. The distinction matters. Palpatine enjoyed cruelty for its own sake. Vader does not. He uses cruelty as tool. When effective, he applies it. When ineffective, he doesn't. This is evolution. Vader is not better person than Palpatine, but he is better ruler. More effective, more focused, more powerful. 6 months after Palpatine's death, Vader emerges from the bacta tank, fully healed. Again, his body is perfect. No burns. No scars from the lightning. Just the old scars from Mustafar. Permanent reminders. He dresses in his armor. The sleek black suit. The new plates. The mask. Looks at reflection. Emperor of the Galactic Empire. Dark Lord of the Sith. Chosen one fully corrupted. This is what Anakin Skywalker became. Not broken servant. Not conflicted hero. Absolute predator. No redemption coming. No Luke to save him. No moment of light. Just darkness. Perfected. Vader boards his shuttle, returns to Coruscant, to the palace, to the throne. The trip takes 3 days. During transit, he reviews reports. The Empire has transformed in his absence. Military efficiency increased by 40%. Tarkin eliminated redundant commands. Streamlined chain of authority. Removed incompetent officers. Corruption reduced significantly. Public executions of embezzlers discouraged others. Credits flow properly to Imperial Treasury now. Rebel activity decreased. Without Palpatine's intentional chaos feeding the rebellion, their support wanes. Fewer systems join them. Some defect back to Empire. Economic output rising. Proper resource management increases productivity. Worlds that were exploited now receive fair compensation. Still Imperial subjects, but treated more efficiently. The changes are not kindness. They are efficiency. Happy workers produce more than miserable ones. Simple calculation. Vader arrives on Coruscant, lands at Imperial Palace, exits shuttle wearing full armor, mask, cape, voice modulator active. Imperial officers greet him. They kneel. Emperor Vader, welcome back. He walks past them, through corridors, toward throne room. The throne room has been repaired. Walls fixed, floor restored, windows replaced. But changes made. Vader ordered modifications. The room is darker now, lit by crimson lighting. Sith aesthetic. No more pretense of Republic legacy. The throne itself remains, but elevated higher, more imposing. Approached by long staircase, symbolic. Vader ascends, sits. The galaxy's throne, his throne, earned through power, through suffering. Through absolute commitment to dark side. Tarkin enters, approaches, kneels at base of stairs. Emperor Vader, the Empire welcomes your return. Rise, report. Tarkin stands. The transition is complete. All Imperial sectors acknowledge your authority. Rebel activity minimal, economic indicators positive. The Death Star construction proceeds on schedule. Challenges, minor. Some worlds resist increased taxation. We've deployed Star Destroyers to enforce compliance. The Jedi survivors remain elusive. The Inquisitors hunt but progress slowly. The Jedi are irrelevant. Let them hide if they emerge. We kill them. If they don't, they die forgotten. Either way, they lose. Agreed. One other matter. The Senate, they request audience. Wish to officially recognize your authority. Formalize the transition legally. Vader considers. The Senate is vestige of Palpatine's manipulation. He maintained them as theater. Illusion of democracy while wielding absolute power. Vader has no need for such illusions, but disbanding Senate entirely might trigger resistance. Useful to keep them. For now, arrange audience. Tomorrow, I will address them. Make clear their role in New Order, as you command. Tarkin departs. Vader sits alone looking out massive viewport. Coruscant stretches infinitely, city lights, trillions of beings. All under his rule, all subject to his will. All existing because he permits it. The power is absolute, intoxicating, but also burden. Empire requires maintenance, constant attention. Palpatine knew this, spent every day managing, manipulating, controlling. Vader will do the same, but more efficiently. Delegating to competent subordinates. Tarkin, the Moffs who prove useful, the military commanders who deliver results. He will not micromanage. He will set direction, enforce standards, eliminate failures. The Empire will run itself, mostly, with Vader as ultimate authority, final decision maker, absolute power held in reserve, ready to be deployed against any threat. This is sustainable. This can last decades, centuries even. The Sith Empire, perfected, under one ruler, forever. No apprentice to eventually betray him, no equal to challenge him. Just Vader, eternal, the dark side made manifest. Senate chamber. Next day, vast space, hundreds of floating platforms, each holding senator from different system, all gathered. They wait, uncertain, nervous. Massive doors open. Vader enters. He doesn't walk to central platform where speakers usually stand. Instead, he force pulls it to him. The platform crashes into wall, destroyed. Senators gasp, shocked. Vader hovers at chamber center, using the force, floating, dramatic, terrifying. His voice, modulated and amplified, fills the chamber. Senators, you requested formal recognition. Here it is. I am your emperor. I rule absolutely. You serve at my discretion. That is all the recognition you require. Murmurs, protests, uncertainty. One senator stands, brave or foolish. Emperor Vader, the Senate represents the people. We are their voice. Without us, Vader gestures. The senator's platform crumples. Force crush. Metal screaming. The senator falls. Screaming. Platform crashes into chamber floor far below. Silence. Absolute. Without you, Vader continues calmly, the Empire functions perfectly. You are not the people's voice. You are theater. Palpatine maintained you as illusion. Pretense of democracy while he ruled. I have no need for such games. Another senator, older, stands. More carefully. Then why keep us at all? Why not simply dissolve the Senate? Because you serve purpose. You communicate imperial policy to your systems. You gather information. You report local concerns. You are bureaucratic tool. Useful, but replaceable. Remember that. The old senator sits. Understanding. You will continue your functions, Vader says. You will vote on policies I submit. You will debate. You will advise. But ultimately I decide. Always. Your votes are recommendation. My word is law. Clear? The senators nod. No choice. Resistance means death. Good. First order of business, imperial taxation reform. Tarkin will present new system. You will approve it, unanimously, because it is efficient, and because I command it. Tarkin steps forward, begins presentation. Efficient tax structure reduces burden on productive worlds, increases burden on wealthy core worlds, incentivizes growth. The senators listen. Some approve genuinely. The reform is logical, fair even. Others resent it, but say nothing. Vote is called, unanimous approval. As expected, Vader watches. Satisfied, the Senate will serve. Or be replaced. Simple. He departs, leaves them to their debates. Irrelevant debates. Theater continues, but real power resides in the throne room. In Vader's hands. Absolute. 1 year after Palpatine's death, the Empire has transformed. Visibly. Structurally. Fundamentally. The military, more efficient. Streamlined command structure. Competent officers promoted. Incompetent ones eliminated. Star Destroyer fleets patrol with precision. No more wasteful deployments. No more political maneuvers. Just tactical efficiency. The Death Star nears completion. Tarkin oversees final stages. Weapon testing. Power calibration. It will be operational within months. Ultimate enforcement tool. Planets that resist will be obliterated. Simple. Final. The economy, corruption eliminated. Mostly. Black markets exist, but tolerated only if they serve imperial interests. Taxation is fair. Relatively. Productive worlds receive investment. Infrastructure improves. Output increases. Slavery is complicated. Vader has no moral objection. But he recognizes inefficiency. Slaves work poorly. Free workers with incentives produce more. Gradual shift underway. Not abolition. Transformation. Slaves reclassified as indentured servants with eventual freedom. Productivity increases. The change is not kindness, it is calculation. But result is same. Suffering decreases where it serves no purpose. The rebellion weakened. Drastically, Palpatine's chaos fed them. Vader's efficiency starves them. Mon Mothma and Bail Organa struggle to recruit. Fewer systems join. Some defect back to Empire. The rebellion survives. But diminished. Less threat. More annoyance. Vader allows them to exist. For now, useful enemy. Justifies military spending. Keeps population focused on external threat. When Death Star is operational, he will crush them. Completely. But not yet. The Inquisitorius expanded. More Force sensitives, recruited. Trained as dark side hunters. They don't just hunt Jedi anymore. They hunt any Force user not serving Empire. Bring them to Vader. Alive when possible. Some are turned. Join the Inquisitors. Serve the dark side. Others refuse. They die. Vader kills them personally. Absorbs their power. Grows stronger. The Jedi scattered. Hiding. Dying slowly. Some survive. Obi-Wan on Tatooine. Yoda on Dagobah. Ahsoka somewhere in the Outer Rim. Vader knows they exist. Doesn't hunt them actively. They are broken. Irrelevant. If they emerge, they die. If they hide, they're forgotten. Either way, the Jedi Order is finished. No coming back. No restoration. Just memory. Then extinction. Vader himself rules from Coruscant mostly. Spends time on Mustafar periodically. Meditating. Drawing power from Darkside Nexus. His body remains whole. Strong. He maintains it. Regular training. Lightsaber practice. Force exercises. The new armor serves perfectly. Protection without limitation. He wears it always in public. The mask. The modulated voice. The imposing silhouette. Symbol of empire. Of power. Of inevitability. Privately in his chambers he removes the armor sometimes. Stands as man. Scarred. Terrible. But whole. Looks at himself in mirror. Sees Anakin's bone structure. Vader's eyes. The fusion. The evolution. No conflict between them anymore. Anakin Skywalker is dead. Darth Vader is everything. Imperial Palace. Vader's private chambers. Late night. Vader sits at desk. Reviewing reports. Planning. Always planning. His comlink activates. Encrypted frequency. Unusual. Lord Vader. The Grand Inquisitor's voice. We have situation. Explain. A Force sensitive. Extremely powerful. We detected her on Coruscant. In the lower levels when we approached, she requested audience with you. Specifically. By name. Vader's interest peaks. Who is she? She won't say. But her power signature is unusual. Not Jedi. Not Sith. Something else. Bring her to the palace. Throne room. I will see her. As you command. Connection ends. Vader stands. Dons his armor. Full regalia. Mask. Cape. Voice modulator active. Walks to throne room. Ascends to throne. Sits. Waits. An hour later. Doors open. The Grand Inquisitor enters. Escorting a figure. Hooded. Cloaked. Female. Young, mid-20s perhaps. She walks with confidence. Not fear. Unusual. She approaches throne. Stops at base of stairs. Removes hood. Human. Dark hair. Yellow eyes. Sith eyes. But she's not Sith. Vader would know. Emperor Vader. Her voice is strong. Clear. I have come to serve. Who are you? A weapon seeking a wielder. A tool seeking purpose. I am powerful. I am trained. I am yours if you will have me. You speak like Sith. But you are not Sith. What are you? She smiles. Cold. Predatory. I am what you need. An enforcer. An assassin. A dark side adept with no allegiance except to power. I offer my service in exchange for purpose and freedom to use my abilities. Vader studies her through his mask's sensors. Analyzing, her Force signature is indeed powerful. Unusually so. Not Jedi trained. Not Sith trained. Self-taught? Or taught by some other tradition. Why seek me? Why not build your own power base? Because you have already built one. The galaxy's throne is yours. I do not seek to rule. I seek to serve someone stronger. Someone who can provide worthy challenges. Worthy targets. You are that someone. Vader considers. Dangerous to accept unknown Force user into service. Could be spy. Assassin sent by enemies. But also, opportunity. Powerful subordinate. Loyal through self-interest rather than indoctrination. Useful. Prove your power. Attack me. She doesn't hesitate. Ignites lightsaber. Red blade. Charges upstairs. Fast skilled. Form 7 technique. Aggressive strikes. Vader doesn't stand. Doesn't draw lightsaber. Just uses force. Catches her mid-strike. Freezes her. Suspends her in air. Her lightsaber held centimeters from his mask. Holds her there. Demonstrating gulf between their power levels. Then releases. She falls. Stumbles. Regains footing. Looks up at him. Eyes wide. Understanding. You are strong, she says. Stronger than anyone I've encountered. I was right to seek you. You are powerful, but nowhere near my level. Serve me, and I will give you targets, missions, challenges. Betray me, and I will kill you so thoroughly nothing remains. Accept these terms. She kneels. I accept. What do I call you, Master? Emperor, or Lord Vader? Not Master. I am not your teacher. I am your employer. You perform tasks. I provide resources and authority. Business arrangement. Not apprenticeship. Understood. What is my first task? Vader considers. He has no intention of truly training her. No intention of making her apprentice. The rule of two ends with Palpatine. But as tool, as weapon to deploy, useful. There is rebel cell on Dantooine. Fortified position. Heavily defended. The military could crush them, but it would require significant resources. You will go. Alone. Eliminate them completely. Return with proof of success. How many? Approximately 200 rebels. 30 defensive emplacements. 2 armored vehicles. She grins. Challenging. I accept. The Inquisitors will provide transportation and intelligence. You leave immediately. She stands. Bows. It will be done, Emperor Vader. She departs. The Grand Inquisitor follows, arranging transportation. Vader sits alone, thinking. He has no need for apprentice, no desire to train one, but tools, weapons, force-sensitive assassins. Those are acceptable, useful. The Empire will have Inquisitors, dark side adepts, Force users loyal through choice rather than tradition. A new order, not Jedi, not Sith, something else. The Empire's Force users, serving Imperial interests, wielding dark side without ideology, just power in service of greater power. Vader's creation, his legacy. 2 years after Palpatine's death, 8 BBY, the Empire is stable, prosperous even. In some regions, the Death Star is operational. Tarkin commands it. First demonstration, rebel base on Despair. Obliterated, entire moon destroyed. Message received across galaxy. No sanctuary exists. No defense suffices. Imperial power is absolute. Rebellion crumbles further. Mon Mothma and Bail Organa struggle. A few cells remain, but the movement is dying. Obi-Wan and Yoda sense the shift through force. Hope fading. Darkness ascendant. They do nothing. Cannot do anything. They are in hiding. Protecting Luke and Leia. Waiting for time when younglings mature. But that time may never come. Vader's empire is too strong. Too efficient. Too absolute. The Chosen One has brought balance. Just not the balance Jedi expected. Not light overcoming dark. Darkness perfected. Darkness triumphant. Darkness triumphant. Eternal. Vader sits on his throne. Coruscant stretching beyond viewport. He is 43 years old. In prime of power. Organic body maintained through bacta and dark side enhancement. No deterioration. No weakness. He will rule for decades. Perhaps centuries. The dark side can extend life. Plagueis proved it. Vader has studied those techniques. Applied them. He may be immortal. Truly immortal. Dark Lord eternal. The galaxy is his. Absolutely. No rival exists. No threat emerges. Palpatine's empire was foundation. Vader's empire is perfection. No more games. No more manipulation. Just power. Wielded efficiently. Ruthlessly. Eternally. The Sith have won. Not through prophecy. Through evolution. Through one Sith becoming strong enough to rule alone. The rule of two is dead. The rule of one begins. Vader. Emperor. Dark Lord. Chosen one corrupted completely. This is not redemption story. This is victory story. Dark side victory. Total. Absolute. Final. Imperial Palace. Vader's meditation chamber. Private. Sealed. Vader sits, mask removed, organic face exposed. Scarred. Terrible. Sith yellow eyes, he meditates. Not on conquest. On existence. He has everything. Power. Empire. Immortality, potentially. But he has nothing. No connection. No love. No humanity. Padme is dead. Killed by his actions 19 years ago. Her memory fades. Becomes distant. Obi-Wan alive but unreachable. Enemy. Former brother. That relationship is ash. Luke and Leia exist, but Vader doesn't know where, doesn't seek them. What would be point? They would reject him, fear him, hate him. He is alone. Absolutely, eternally. Is this victory? The dark side whispers. Yes. Power is victory. Sentiment is weakness. Vader believes it. Mostly, he has trained himself to believe it. Decades of conditioning. But small part, tiny fragment, Anakin's ghost, whispers differently. This is not life. This is existence. Powerful existence. But empty. Vader crushes that whisper, silences it, buries it beneath dark side power. Sentiment is weakness. Love is chain. Connection is vulnerability. He learned this. Padme died because he loved her. Because love made him desperate. Made him fall. Better to be alone. Better to be absolute. Better to rule than to feel. Vader opens eyes, stares at his reflection in polished surface. The monster looking back is what he chose, what he became, what he will always be. No redemption. No return. No second chance. Just this. Dark Lord. Emperor. Alone. Forever. He puts mask back on. Seals it. The voice modulator activates. Returns to throne room. To rule. To enforce. To maintain empire. Because that is what he is. What he does. What he will do. Eternally. The galaxy has its emperor. Dark. Absolute. Unstoppable. And that emperor is Vader. Victorious. Eternal. Alone. Epilogue. 10 years later, 2 BBY. The galaxy has changed. Irreversibly. The Empire is unrecognizable from Palpatine's version. More efficient, less corrupt, wealthier, stronger. Vader is 53, but looks 40. Dark side preservation. Bacta treatments. Force enhancement. He will live to 100. Perhaps 200. Perhaps forever. The Death Star has destroyed 3 rebel strongholds. Mon Mothma is dead. Executed publicly. Bail Organa committed suicide rather than face capture. The rebellion is extinct. Completely. No resistance remains. Just empire. Obi-Wan died on Tatooine. Old age, watching over Luke who knows nothing of his heritage. Moisture farmer. Ordinary life. Yoda died on Dagobah. Alone. The last Jedi Master. The end of an era. Ahsoka Tano still lives. Somewhere, but she doesn't fight. Doesn't resist. Just survives. Accepts that the war is lost. The Jedi are extinct. Memory. Legend. Nothing more. Vader's empire controls everything. Every sector, every system. Total dominance. Peace through power. Order through fear. Stability through absolutism. Is it better than Palpatine's empire? Objectively, yes. More efficient, less wasteful. Some freedoms expanded. Some suffering reduced. Is it good? No. Still tyranny. Still darkness. Still empire. But it is perfect tyranny. Perfect darkness. Perfect empire. And Vader rules it all. Alone. Absolute. Eternal. The Chosen One brought balance. The Sith perfected. The dark side ascendant. Forever. Vader sits on his throne, mask on, looking at galaxy he owns. This is victory. This is triumph. This is destiny fulfilled. And this is hell. Absolute hell. Eternal hell. But Vader chose it, accepts it, embraces it, because he is the darkness, has always been the darkness, will always be the darkness. Darth Vader, Emperor Dark Lord, chosen one, victorious, damned, eternal, the Empire perfected, the darkness absolute, the Sith triumphant. No hope remains, Vader victorious. Let us know what you'd like to see next. The end.